Okay, I'm back. My headset died. But what was I saying? Yes. First trade day. Um, yeah. It was 4 losses between last night and this morning. 2 losses on gold, 1 loss on RTY this morning, and then 1 loss on MES. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go over those, but I'll go over. Since we're here, I'll go over these trades first. Let me pull this back a little bit. This is kind of out of order. I took this trade last, but it's right here, so we'll go over this one first. Kind of weird open. We pumped like super duper crazy overnight. So you can see overnight we pushed from 65 points overnight. Is kind of crazy. So we're way over an overnight, way over our weekly discount, way over our overnight discount. We were trading at our point of control. So I opened. Only thing I was really looking at was, you can kind of see what my trade was, but only thing I was looking at off the open was this 3-minute gap up here. We inversed it pretty much immediately. We open, so right before open, we come up, fail value area high, then boom, come down, inverse this gap. If I just took this off a candle closure or just like off a retest immediately, that would have been money. Boom, could have been in that. But I was taking a trade on RTY at this time. I need to stop. I need to like pick, like at the open, I need to pick if I'm going to be like on RTY or if I'm going to be on ES, because hopping between has been costing me moves. Am I like cutting my head off when I like lean in like this? Okay, I bet you can see me. Yeah, I need to stop hopping between as much. But I saw this 3-minute inversion and we were respecting it throughout the day. So by the time I got on ES, we were about here. Let's see. Yeah, we're about here. I'll drop down. So yeah, on the 3-minute, I was watching this. So I see we're reacting off of the point of control. We come back up into this 3-minute gap and immediately fall lower. So I had a little bit of FOMO here. One, because I took 3 losses before this, counting last night. And then 2, I was like, damn, I've been watching this 3-minute gap all day. And like, yes, price action was pretty choppy, but there was like a couple opportunities off this gap. So at this point, I punched in. I was looking at the 1-minute. We put in this little 1-minute gap. It came up, respected, it came down. So I was like, okay, I'll put my limit order back. I was always looking at CE of this gap, like as my where I put my limit order. But then we put this 1-minute gap in, and I was like, okay, perfect. I'll go right here, boom, So I was just waiting for either price to continue and I missed the move, or come tap in and give me my trade. So when I saw this, actually, was I even in here? I don't think I was in yet. So you get a good reaction off CE, respecting that 1-minute gap. This tags me in. So in hindsight, it's a little bit dumb, or not dumb, I don't know, maybe just because this trade lost. Like if I won this trade, I wouldn't say this was dumb, but maybe it's a hindsight thing. I don't know why I'm entering at the high of this gap, because if we close above this, we're putting in an inversion, and that's kind of invalidating my idea. Even though I'm entering off of a 3-minute gap, like a 1-minute inversion would kind of be like a exit condition, or like a real exit like my actual exit condition should have been just a stop out, a close outside of this gap. So we come in here, tag in my order, and just run my shit. So at this point, I was still pretty confident in the trade because we came up to value area high. We see some sell pressure. So I'm like, okay, this is still, let me move this. This was a 5-point stop. That's important. It was a 5-point stop. I'll show you executions after I go over the trade. But have my stop up here above value area high. So I see we reject a little bit off of this. Okay, cool. We're still looking good. I should have punched out a little bit and seen if we are getting a 3-minute close above this gap. That should have been my exit condition, but I still had a lot of confidence in this because like we keep coming, we keep delivering lower. Like we're not inverting or we're not mitigating this 3-minute inversion. We're very close to a value area high. Was that the overnight? Yeah, we're very close to our value area high. I don't think we're gonna come up this high, so I was pretty confident in this. You know, this is a good trade. Um, we go here, bang, stop me out to the tick, like exactly to the tick. And then guess what happens after that? We fucking deliver. Like, finally, after all this chop, we get like this good delivery, and then even this, like, out of discount, buying this would have been a good trade too. But this was my, like I said, my 4th trade, counting the 2 trades last night, so I was definitely done. But I don't hate this setup. Honestly, ending the day with this was kind of alright. Because when you lose like multiple trades in a row, or when your bias is just wrong, that kind of sucks. Because you're like, damn, like, do I even know? Like, did I forget how to trade? You know, but, like, seeing this come to the tick, I was like, okay, like, I should have maybe, after seeing this reaction down, maybe I should have waited to see where we're reacting from before I set my limit order. You know, like, just like small things I need to adjust. I'm cool with losses like that, and honestly, the only trades that like really fuck with me are like break evens or like winners that turned into losers. You know, like if I was up on this and then it came back and stopped me out to the tick, I'd be pissed off. But it stopped me out pretty quick and then delivered. So just a bit early on this trade, which is all good. Let me not yap on this one too long because I have 3 more to go. Okay. This one should be quick because this one was just looking like, in hindsight, I was like, oh, like, what the fuck was I doing? But I can explain what I was thinking in the moment really quick. So off the open, we come up and we sweep data highs from Tuesday. I think this is CPI. Yeah, CPI from Tuesday. Oh, what did I just do? Let me go out to the 5 so we can look at some things. So off the open, or let me go back a little bit more before the open. Same situation as ES. We pump kind of crazy overnight. Tapping this overnight profile, getting good reactions off of that, but we leave it behind. Find support. You can call this support. Yeah, we finally close above point of control, and then at the open right here, we come up and sweep value area high, and that data high I was talking about. So you swept the data high, and I was like, okay, we're pretty overextended. I don't think we're going to come back any lower because, like I said, we're pretty overextended. We've been trending pretty hard since, like, for the last 2 days. What is this, Wednesday? Yeah, like Wednesday on. It's a crazy push, or not crazy, but we're obviously trending up. So I'm not looking for this weekly level. I see that we tapped into this overnight and push, so I'm thinking we're pretty overextended. We should reverse, which is dumb because I'm just sitting here talking about like, oh yeah, we're trending. I'm just like too fixated on the volume profile, you know. But I'm not too mad at this trade because this was a decent setup. So we come up above value area high, start rejecting, and I see this 5-minute gap. I'm like, okay, bet we invert that gap, and I'm selling. So I came and I was looking for a 2 or 3 minute because I really don't like to enter on the 5-minute. I feel like the 5-minute, like a 5-minute will leave without you. Like, you know, like if we can come like this low below a 5-minute and still have 2 minutes before it close, and like just runs without you, you know, and like that shit's lame. So I like to enter off 2 or 3 minute inversions, but there wasn't one. So I kind of just front run. I was kind of just front running this 5. So on the 1 minute, we get some closures below. I set my limit order. My limit order was a little bit too low. I should have had it higher. Should have been at CE. I could have been at the high. I could have been at Actually, I didn't even notice this till just now. I could have been up at this 1 minute gap. Let's zoom out really quick and see if there's anything. Yeah, there's really nothing to look at on the other time frames. But yeah, I could have entered anywhere in this, obviously, but I end up getting in about here at this 1 minute, this 1 minute candle. So I was front running a little bit, but I was fine with this because it was only 1 minute left in this 5 minute candle, and you can see we did invert the 5 minute. So from here, I wasn't looking for a big trade. I was thinking we are going to deliver down to this BPR down here. I think it was on the 3 minute or the 5. Yeah, I was just targeting this 5 minute BPR down here, under point of control. So I get in, we get a good immediate reaction, but then our point of control comes up, acts as support, a bunch of buyers come in. So what I did wrong was I didn't see this. I didn't notice this until like right before I started recording, honestly. But I usually come into the session like overly bullish. Like I'm always just looking like, okay, where can I buy? Or I'll be looking for an excuse just to buy the open. I'm not gonna lie. Or not an excuse, like I'll look for a setup at the open so I can buy the open, because I have pretty I just like trading the open, you know. But I've been trying to get rid of that always bullish bias, so I've been kind of fighting that a little bit. But there's like this obvious ass 3 minute inversion right here, like right here, that we invert immediately. It's a little bit pre-market, but 3 minutes before the open is fine. Like this would have been W right here. But instead of that, I'm taking a trade into it. So back in the 1 minute, you can see we come tap into that 3 minute inversion and immediately react off of that. So I'm pretty sure I did close this early. It was only a few ticks away from my stop, so it's not like I really saved myself. But I closed a little bit early, but boom, my stop gets ran. And I was just completely wrong on the bias on RTY. We just continue trending up, which is kind of crazy to expand that much overnight and then keep it going during the day. But that was the second trade. She didn't come out. She got that waffle then. She didn't come out. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, L morning session, you know. I'm not super mad at these two trades though. Like this, I should have seen the 3 minute inversion, and then obviously, like if I saw that 3 minute inversion, that's basically the exact same setup I was talking about in my last video. That would have been a super clean AMR or ARM. If I could have bought down here, that would have been nice, but it's all good. Now I need to talk about these two trades on gold.
What?
Oh yeah, my daughter's awake, so you can hear some background noise.
What?
Yeah, so this was like the real issue. Taking 2 losses this morning, I'm fine with that. Like I'm gonna lose sometimes. That is okay. They were pretty small losses. Like I was using a couple of micros on ES and then 1 mini on RTY with 5 points is only 250. So that's fine. You know, I'm okay with those 2 losses. But these two, one was a little bit oversized, and then the other one was just like a fucking monkey brain trade. Like,
Monkey brain?
yeah, Margo, monkey brain. Like it was horrible. Like,
I had a monkey
yeah, it was just a bad. Like I don't know what I was thinking. So let me show you that one really quick. Coming into Asia's session, so I wanted to be at my desk at like 4:30 or something, but I didn't forget, but I was doing shit. Like I was out running errands, you know. I was out and about. So Asia opened, I wasn't here. So Asia opens and falls off right here. Boom. I don't see this, and I don't really see a setup out of here. So, and looking at prior session, You can see we haven't came down to a weekly discount, which is basically in line with CE of this 1 hour gap. And I'm going to move this 1 hour gap because that's a little bit of hindsight. I didn't see that 1 hour gap. I was thinking the lowest we would go is this 4 hour because we've been respecting it. I thought we were going to trade out of this 4 hour gap. That's what I was thinking coming into Asia session last night. If you looked at gold last night, you know I couldn't have been more wrong, but that's what I was thinking. We're going to trade out of this 4 hour gap. So we open, fall off, come into the 4 hour, and we see a good response right here. I think this is on the 1 minute. It is. Boom. We get an inversion, good displacement, create a new fair value gap, BPR. And it is in our current session discount. This is like A plus in my book. I'm buying this. Like, this is good. If I was on, this is W. Even buying at the inversion. This is a good setup. And I'm not just saying it's a good setup because it delivered and it didn't even deliver crazy. Like, this is, at this point, this is only what? Oh fuck. What am I doing? Oh, at this point this is only 7 points. So I'm not just saying it delivered or it's A plus because it delivered. It just like is a good BPR setup and discount, you know? So I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, I want to buy out of here. Okay, I want to buy out of here. I said I want to buy from here.
Daddy, what's my apples?
Dang, you ate your waffle already? Alright, hold on, let me get her some waffles. So look, yes. I'm putting emphasis on I want to buy from here because in my eyes this is just so abundantly obvious, you know. Even on the 3 minute, there's no 3 minute inversion down here, but there is a 3 minute fair value gap. So this is just like a really nice area, okay? We already seen this move before. We came up to this 15 minute, right above point of control, chop for a second, come back below. So all I needed to do was put a limit order anywhere in here, and that would have been good. But I did not do that. Okay, bet. I did not do that. I saw that we came up to our point of control and started failing. Okay, I'm gonna go back down to the 1 minute so I can click through it. We're failing at the point of control, right? Which is fine. I've already seen that we come up above point of control, sometimes tap into these imbalances, then come lower. All I needed to do was wait for us to come lower. Instead, I'm watching, at this point I'm in the trade, but I'm watching this come down, and I'm thinking, what if we just don't tap into down here? I should just enter now, and enter, like, for no fucking reason. I didn't straight market buy, but I put a limit order, because you can see this candle, we were kind of acting funny. Not acting funny, but this candle was already giving like a, you can call it a premature reaction or something, before we tapped in all the way down here. I'm gonna put my limit order in early, and it looked good for a second. As you can see, we tap in on this 1 minute, and if I zoom out to the 2 minute, I don't even have to click through. You can see it did exactly what I was expecting it to do, but I just executed like horribly. We came down to the BPR and reacted out of it. Here it is. Bang. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So it took a second. This is on the 1 minute. So if I go to the 3, you can see we come down to the BPR, immediately react out of it. If I just put my limit order down here like I should have, or like I have been doing all week, we would have been good. But I didn't. We get stopped out, and it's whatever. Like I said, this was just like a bad trade. I am mad at this one. The 2 losses this morning, cool. I lose, that's fine, but this is just like ass. My next trade was only a few minutes after this one, so after this one, I'm like mad as hell. Not mad as hell. I wasn't sitting here like super upset, but I'm like, damn, why did I take that stupid limit order when I could have just waited for price to come back down and I would already be out of the next trade, you know? So at this point, I'm like looking for an entry, you know, not waiting for a good setup, but just like looking for a reason to enter. So we put in this 1 minute inversion, and I'm like, okay, we're delivering out of the BPR. I'll just, you know, I'll just take this up to this 15-minute gap or up to this value area, you know, whatever. Which is weird how we have a value area low so low down here, but whatever. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll just take it up to these value areas, something like that. So we put in the 1 minute inversion. I set a limit order at the inversion because usually if we put in an inversion coming out of an already existing BPR or any PD array, we'll kind of like we're coming out of this. What? Oh yeah, if we're coming out of this and we invert something to the left, we'll tap that and then go higher, you know. So if I waited for the BPR again, I would have been I wouldn't have got into this trade. So I get it on the inversion and it delivers like it should, you know. We come up to this value area high, which was over 1R, okay, and start rejecting. I should have went break even at this point, but like a dumbass, when I inverted and we got the delivery, I added to my position up here. I added 2 contracts, like in this wick, like in that wick. Horrible ad, horrible ad, horrible ad, for no reason. Not actually for no reason. I was thinking, okay, we close over point of control. This is money. I'm just being overly optimistic because I wanted to request a payout last night. But that's just not realistic. Yeah, I just add up here, horrible ad, and then just like manage this position mad emotionally. So click through it a little bit. Yeah, so at any point in this, like I should have just closed out because we closed below the inversion that I'm entering off of. So at this point, my trade is kind of invalid. I was looking at this value area low down here, but again, I thought that's just a little bit overly optimistic. We're tapping into this BPR. We've already tapped it like 3 times at this point. If we tapped and delivered and really like didn't deliver that far, I should expect this level to fail eventually, and it did. I'll just hit play because I just get stopped. And like I said, if you were looking at gold last night, I couldn't have been more wrong because gold ended up like just dumping. It recovered eventually, but yeah, big dump. So yeah, this ended up being like a $300 loss, which isn't massive, but my losses shouldn't be over 250. It's just kind of like a rule I have for myself on this account. That first loss was pretty small. It was only, let me go out of replay mode so you can see the executions. I think it was only like 3 micros. I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see stopped for 3 micros here. I bought 3 here, added 2 up here, and stopped. Alright, closed the initial 3 here, then the last 2 down here. So yeah, these 2 trades are pretty just bullshit, pretty mad at those. But it's all good. This is fine, you know, off by a tick. And then this just had an incorrect bias, you know. So yes. Oh, let me log in. Okay, so yes, that was my $763 red day. Super L day. Thankful that yesterday was a pretty good day. So, you know, we're still up on the account. We're still 1 day away from a payout. Everything is still all good. Just one kind of big red day. We still have tonight and tomorrow morning, and all of next week, and all of the week after that, and all of the week after that. Doesn't have to be this week. It would have been nice if I just got like 5 green days in a row and bang, first payout in my first week. That would have been lit, but it's just all good, you know. Gotta take the losses. So yes, that is day 5. I will see y'all tomorrow for day 6.